the people versus the exploiters. No, it's the successful versus the 99%. And now a lot of that 1%, like I said, is in that 1% only because of government action, because of government welfare to corporations, to the military-industrial complex, to the financial industry. But there are a lot of people who are at these demonstrations who are motivated by this rallying cry, and the primary kinds of people that are motivated by this rallying cry are the kinds of left statists. I don't like the left-right divide, but these are left statists. These are people who want to turn to the government for solutions to problems that were created by the government in the first place, and they are unwilling to admit that what they are talking about is just as bad as what we have today, that what they are asking for is for more force to be applied, for more government intervention.
Well, Adam, it's actually worse. And of course, the left-right exist in the false paradigm. So, of course, you have to address them as leftist, hardcore authoritarians. They're calling for the equivalent of the October Revolution in 1917. There's lots of beheading talk, lots of authoritarianism, lots of wealth confiscation talk, and lots of establishment talking points, free education, free health care, blah, 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 that you can only get through total degradation, total slavery, trading out Federal Reserve commissars for the new commissars and the new apparatchik. But on top of it, we've got George Soros. We've got Warren Buffett, all wanting new banker bailout money, all wanting new VAT sales taxes. Herman Cain on the fake controlled right, calling for a sales tax to pay off our debt when it's not our debt. I mean, you got the whole system selling the same Kool-Aid, just with different flavors. And now I've confirmed, Adam, in Austin, in San Antonio, in Colorado, all over the country, they are coming over and saying, you get your Ron Paul thing out of here, and literally going like this. So now, maybe 3 weeks ago it wasn't co-opted, but now it is no doubt a bunch of dangerous rabble. That doesn't mean everybody is, but those getting the attention, those leading it, they're after one group, and that's after libertarians, constitutionalists.
Well, Alex, as amazing as your job of analyzing this has been, and I've been going to Infowars.com for a lot of my background on this, for getting a sense of what's going on in the larger national scene, I think the one thing that most people are still missing is that it's not just being co-opted. You can't even say that a few weeks ago it was something legitimately beautiful, grassroots freedom fighting. It was always, from the beginning, it was this fundamental rage. I mean, this is what the protesters have been saying. It is their rage, and it is a rage that is coming from resentment of success, that is coming from liberalism. And like you said, they're calling for an October Revolution style thing. But you know what? The October Revolution actually had a huge one-up on what's going on in America today, because most of the people in the streets aren't willing to face up to the fact that it is their Messiah. It is the one that they voted for. It is Barack Obama, who is responsible for those who they say in the 1%.
Exactly. At least the Bolsheviks were going after the czars, which was another form of tyranny. In this case, they're just milling around thinking Obama's going to save them from Wall Street when he's represented by the corrupt elements. And you're absolutely right, Adam. It is disgusting to hate success. A top race car driver, a top painter, a top computer programmer, somebody like, Steve Jobs, who actually did develop things. You can, criticize the Chinese slave labor. It is, you're right, it's this anger at people who have done well in life, and it's really scary. Do you agree with Rand Paul, then, that this, from what you've seen in D.C. and New York, does have a true French Revolution flavor rather than a 1776 flavor?
Absolutely. Now, I'm not going to try to make the historical comparisons. I'm not an expert, but what this is doing is separating us from the real divide, the real philosophical divide in this country and this world when it comes to matters of government and power and control, which is that it's not about those who benefit the most from the corrupt, evil system. It's the corrupt, evil system itself. And it doesn't exist because banksters sponsor it, because corporations corrupt it. It exists because there are people like those in the street at Occupy Wall Street right now. There are people like in the street in Occupy DC and all over the country. Now, there are some libertarian pockets. There are some libertarians who are out there doing great work. You have Occupy the Fed in Dallas. In Minnesota, there's a slightly different kind of occupation going on that really is libertarian driven. But it is between people like these in the streets who really make up the bulk and the driving force of this movement, who want government to solve problems, who want to mooch off of others.
Exactly, and then all that does is creates a bigger vacuum for the foreign banks to suck up our wealth. These idiots don't get it. Big government doesn't work. All it does is gang rape you. Adam Kokesh, I want to talk about more of what you've seen from these people on the streets, because I mean, there's no doubt now they're calling for an October-style revolution, and they want me to basically be their slave, I guess, and work in some slave pit for them.
What happened, man? You used to be energetic, happy, and wow, did the ladies love you. Now you fall asleep on the couch, irritable and out of shape. Don't be that guy. Call now for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male, a natural supplement shown to raise testosterone by 61% and maintain healthy, normal levels. No injections, no appointments. With healthy testosterone levels, you can feel that energy again, that great outlook again, and yes, even a healthy sex drive. Right now, you can try Ageless Male risk-free. There's nothing to lose, guys. If you're a man who's noticed changes in your body, your mood, your sex life, call now for a risk-free trial of Ageless Male. Be the guy you used to be. Just call 1-800-497-8345. Don't wait another day. Just call 1-800-497-8345. That's 1-800-497-8345.
Hello, I'm Alex Jones. Myself, my family, the Infowars.com team want to relay to you and your families that we are intensifying our efforts against the globalist on every front. Infowars.com is leading the fight against the technocrats. But we can't do that without your help. By getting the films, bumper stickers, and T-shirts at Infowars.com, you will wake up people in your area and support our operation as we move to the next level. We need your help to spread the word like never before. They wish to hide themselves during this tectonic battle between the forces of freedom and darkness. You are the response to the globalist technocrats and their program of global eugenics, dehumanization, and ultimate extermination. The war is here. It's an info war. The spirit of 1776 versus the mindset of 1984.
OpticsPlanet.com is where discerning gun owners and outdoorsmen go to gear up. Optics Planet has the best selection of rifle scopes, red dots, night vision, holsters, bags, and tactical gear on the planet, with always low prices, free shipping on most orders, and expert customer service. Go to OpticsPlanet.com/GCN to get a free gift with purchase. That's OpticsPlanet.com/GCN, or call 800-332-OPTICS, 800-332-6784.
That's the sound of your door being kicked in by an intruder with a single kick. That's the sound of the same door now protected by the Door Sentinel at MySafeDoor.com. Go to MySafeDoor.com right now and watch the amazing video. At MySafeDoor.com, you'll learn how to turn your home into a fortress with the Door Sentinel. 16 kicks later, and the Door Sentinel is still holding strong. MySafeDoor.com. That's MySafeDoor.com.
Men, are you urinating more frequently? Do you wake up to urinate? Now be honest. Is your sex life what it used to be? Don't ignore these changes. Your prostate health can affect your whole life. Call right now to discover the Beta Prostate free bottle giveaway. Beta Prostate is a natural supplement that helps your body maintain prostate health. This includes stronger urine flow, healthy bladder emptying. It even reduces waking at night from the urge to go. Take care of your prostate, and it will take care of you. Learn how to try Beta Prostate free. You only pay a low shipping and handling fee. Call 1-800-511-4514. That's 1-800-511-4514. As an extra bonus, get our men's libido formula to support better intimacy for both you and her. It's yours absolutely free. Call now for details. Call 1-800-511-4514. That's 1-800-511-4514.
You look like an angel. Walk like an angel. Talk like an angel, but I got one.
Occupy Wall Street's a devil. in disguise. Oh, yes, you are. Devil in disguise. Ooh. All right, we are joined by Adam Kokesh. I could have him on for 2 hours. I want to have him back up for a full hour in the near future, but we only got like 4 minutes, 5 minutes left. Adam, I mean, I really get what you're saying here. I tried to be friendly with these people, at least the leaders of it. They claim there's no leaders. That's a lie. It's Democratic operatives. They don't want that to be known, though. Now they admit it's come out in internal documents. This is the Obama re-election strategy. The Federal Reserve has endorsed them. I mean, what more do we need to know? These are people begging the government for something, which is fundamentally the wrong answer. Big government has gotten us into this position. Now, you've been down amongst these people, and bottom line, who leads them, who directs them, what other authoritarian stuff have you heard them say?
Well, remember, like with the Tea Party, in order for it to be co-optable by the Republican Party, there had to be some kind of connection there. So in order for this thing to be co-optable by these left forces, it has to be fundamentally left-leaning at its core. And there are a lot of people there who are really just being led, real sheep, who are getting into these group call and repeat general assemblies, this consensus decision-making. And in these things, and I've actually been involved in some meetings like this, and it's an interesting organizing technique, but it doesn't work for things like this except to make it vulnerable to anybody who wants to co-opt them. And that's really kind of the dangerous thing about this, is that anybody who can get in there and take charge and stand up with the loudest voice and sort of run the equivalent of their parliamentary process can really take charge and really co-opt it and move it in their direction. But I want to direct people to another video that I put out, because you've been mentioning the one where I'm blocked from filming this event in D.C. and their disregard for the First Amendment, fundamentally, when they disagree with someone exercising their First Amendment rights, is really disgraceful. But a lot of the followers, and you're not going to win over the heart of this movement. We're not going to do it with the message of liberty. We're not going to get it out by going out and shaking hands or
No. Now they're saying you can have your union signs, you can call for socialism. Do not bring in the Fed or Ron Paul. That is the cross to them. I mean, and that tells you everything you need to know about these folks.
Well, that's coming from the leadership. And the thing is, a lot of the people that are there that are just showing up that really don't know better are going along with that. But a good chunk of them are very, very easily won over. Now, this is still a very small part of the population. Remember, this is, I've heard the biggest number I've heard at all out of the whole thing was 20,000 people in New York, which is significant. But really, on a regular basis, it's a couple of thousand here and there. Nationally.
Yeah, see how the mainstream media is giving them massive attention. That's another big tip-off.
Right. Well, it is an interesting conversation. It's an important conversation. This is why I'm talking about it, because there are a lot of people there who are just kind of going along to get along, following along, but who are genuinely angry and upset with the state of the economy and the state of the country and the exploitation, and they haven't quite put the pieces together yet. There's another video on my YouTube channel called Surprise, You Might Be a Ron Paul Supporter. And it's relatively easy to convince some of these people to be won over. But the driving force behind it never will be won over. It is fundamentally anti-freedom. It is vitriolic. It is being run by people who think they can use the government to force their will on others. That's what a lot of my videos have exposed. So I do want to encourage Ron Paul supporters to get out there if they want, because it's an opportunity for outreach. But please do not mistake it for an opportunity to be a part of something, because no matter what comes out of this, you will not be happy with the outcome. It will be more government control. As you said, Alex, it's about increasing the control of government over the economy. It's about feeding into the plans for globalism. It's about getting rid of all of those individual protections that are supposed to be important in the United States. When they chant, "Tell me what democracy looks like," it's because they are fundamentally opposed to the idea of a republic which safeguards individual liberty. They want mob rule.
Yeah, for those that don't know, as Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin said in different permutations, democracy is two wolves and a sheep voting on what's for dinner. And for folks that are drinking fluoride and don't understand what that means, two wolves are going to vote to eat the sheep. In a republic, the sheep is protected from the wolves, even if they both vote to eat the sheep. And that's what's so fundamentally dangerous about, especially the D.C. folks. The Occupy Wall Street people in Houston were pretty good. The ones in Dallas, said, "We're not coming to your in the Fed thing." In San Antonio, they were outright saying we're the enemy. So it's just pure idiocy, and I really feel sorry for him. Adam, I want to continue to talk to you in the next week or two as this unfolds, but